Bonjour mon ami du français, j'espère que tu vas bien. Today we're going to understand the French passé composé in less than 10 minutes. If you live in France or you're planning to move there, you will hear this tense every single day. J'ai fait, on a mangé, je suis allé, etc. So if you don't clearly understand it, conversations feel confusing fast. So let's simplify. So what is it exactly? The passé composé is used for a finished action in the past, something done, completed at a specific moment. You use it to talk about your day, describe your weekend, explain your vacation, tell what happened at a specific time. For example, hier j'ai travaillé. Ce matin j'ai eu un rendez-vous. On a mangé une salade à midi. Information importante. Je suis allé en Italie. Excellente destination. So let's simplify and start with avoir. For now, forget about être because 90% of verbs use avoir with the passé composé. So the formula is avoir in the present plus past participle, le participe passé. For example, j'ai mangé, tu as travaillé, il a rencontré, on a compris. That's it. Simple. You need to master avoir and être in the present. Before going further, you need zero confusion with avoir and être in the present. So let's review avoir in the present tense. J'ai, tu as, il a, elle a, on a, nous avons, vous avez, ils ont, elles ont. Okay. Now, very important. In spoken French, we almost never say nous. Well, we never say nous avons. So we say instead, on a. That's easier. On a. Nous avons, on a. Exactly the same. So if you live in France, you will hear on a constantly. For example, nous avons mangé, we ate, becomes on a mangé. Easier. Nous avons regardé, becomes on a regardé. So let's see être. Je suis, tu es, il est, elle est, on est, nous sommes, you don't need it. Vous êtes, ils sont, elles sont. So nous sommes partis, we went, becomes on est parti. On est parti. That's easier. So if these forms are not automatic to you, fix that first. Otherwise, the passé composé will always feel unstable. What about être in the passé composé? So most verbs use avoir, as I said before, and être is a smaller group. You'll mainly see être with movement verbs and reflexive verbs. For example, je suis allé, I went. Je suis allé, je suis allé. Literally, I am went. That's how we say I went. Je me suis levé. I woke up. Je me suis levé. You may have heard of Mrs. Van Basten or I don't know. Forget all that, okay? Here's the actual list you need. Aller, venir, revenir, devenir, partir, arriver, entrer, sortir, monter, that's a lot, descendre, naître, tomber, rester, retourner, rentrer, passer, et on finit avec un verbe positif, mourir. We will go deeper into that in another lesson. For now, remember, focus on mastering avoir first. Don't overcomplicate it, okay? And the main sounds of past participles, good news. Most past participles you hear end with these sounds. E, I, U. 80% or maybe 90%. That's it. Very simple. For example, manger, parler, travailler, fini, parti, pris, vu, lu, voulu, bu. Of course, you need them with avoir. Okay, so j'ai mangé, not je mangeais. J'ai mangé, j'ai parlé, j'ai travaillé, etc. Now, real spoken French. Something very important. In spoken French, auxiliaries contract. For example, tu as mangé, you ate. Tu as mangé becomes t'as mangé, t'as mangé. Tu es arrivé becomes t'es arrivé, you arrived. Also the negation, je ne suis pas allé, I didn't go. Je suis pas allé, or even je suis pas allé. I know that's bizarre, but that's French, c'est français, désolé. So we often drop the ne in daily life in spoken French. If you only learned textbook French, this might throw you off in real conversations, but this is what you actually hear in France. So there are two types of French language actually. You have the spoken French and the school French. Choose what's necessary for you. So quick recap. Passé composé, finished action in the past. Structure auxiliaire, auxiliary, in the present tense. Past participle, participe passé. Around 90% of the time you will hear avoir in the passé composé. Master avoir and also être in the present tense. And train your ear to hear e, I, U endings with participe passé. And remember, on replaces nous in real life. If you want the full summary of this mini masterclass as a clean document, comment masterclass below and I will send it to you. And if you're serious about moving from understanding the rule to actually speaking with confidence in France, apply for the coaching FLUENCE, the best format to assimilate French, not just learn it. This is where we train these structures in real conversations every week with feedback and progress. Voilà, à bientôt mon ami!